So today is Wednesday, the 3rd of January 2018, and that means we're 4 days away from the date that I've been talking about, the date that I've flagged, which is Sunday, the 7th of January 2018. That's actually the birthday of a boy who I know who will be turning 15 that day, and the last time I saw John, he was telling me he was doing an assignment for school on volcanoes. And because of this book and the way I found this book, which was kind of weird and coincidental, in a very extremely coincidental actually, because I wrote Red Rain and 2 hours later I was at the library and the book Red Rain caught my eye. It was on the shelf next to where I was working on my laptop, and that was back in 2015, and the weird thing is it was on Halloween. It was Saturday the 31st of October 2015 when I found that book, and it's about twins. So what I think is that on John's birthday, which is this coming Sunday, the 7th of January, there's going to be twin signs, and I think the twin signs could be volcanoes, volcanic eruptions. So the two volcanoes that have been erupting on and off again up in Indonesia are Agung, and the other one is Sinabung, which is in northern Sumatra. Agung is in Bali. So what are the chances that both would give off significant eruptions? And I don't mean necessarily earth-shattering eruptions, but eruptions that are noteworthy both at the same time on the 7th of January. Not very high. That would be a pretty small chance. Agung has not been doing anything for a couple of weeks now, and Sonabung just goes off every now and again. But it makes sense, because coincidences seem to be the way that Nathan and Jacob communicate with me, and while some people might think that makes me sound crazy, I'm not so sure that synchronicity and being aware of synchronicity actually makes you crazy. I'm not so sure about that at all. And I'm not sure that dreams, having dreams, seeing meaning in dreams, synchronicity, which is coincident, meaningful coincidence, and music. I think these are three things that they operate outside the laws of science and physics as we understand them. So I don't think it means you're crazy just because you are open-minded about spiritual things. In fact, I think you can be a lot saner than a lot of religious people if you are actively observing the world around you and noticing coincidences and things like that. Synchronicity is just it's like the fabric that connects everything together. Everything that is basically separate is kind of magically connected. And dreams work that way. Dreams connect things that are otherwise completely separate. But in the dream world, they're not. Dreams can bring things together that don't seem to make any sense. So, what is my prediction? Well, my prediction is for twin volcanic eruptions, Agung and Sinabung, on January 7. And I think it will serve two purposes. One is to act as a warning for Tropical Cyclone Irving. I think that's going to be the noteworthy, newsworthy, big event of 2017 in terms of tropical cyclones in Australia. So it's going to be the cyclone that's going to have the wow factor, in other words. So, when it comes to wow factor, yeah, you just skip the politics. But maybe there's a point to be made against the political parties of Australia who You know, if you look at Nathan, he died in Australia's worst ever bushfire. And he was in Kinglake West. What's been done in Kinglake West to improve roads and mobile phone signals since 2009 when all those people died? Actually, not much. Not much has been done. And, you know, it's sort of like the blame game between Labor and Liberal goes on and on. So that's politics. I'm not so interested in politics, but it invades your space. That's the problem. Politics keeps invading your space and dividing you from other people. It's very divisive. I don't like it. I was separated from my best friend and partner by immigration because they kicked him. They banned him from the country because he just overstayed his student visa. I mean, yeah, screw them. I don't like them and I won't vote at the next election. So maybe the other point is to the other thing, the other purpose to this prediction is to make a point against politicians, against political parties who do the wrong thing by their people, who neglect their people, harass their people, bully their people, rip off their people, you know, lie to their people endlessly lie, tell lies, spin propaganda, you know, lie about climate change. And when I say lie about climate change, I'm talking about the people that say climate change is not happening, because it is happening. It is being driven by humans, and all this talk to the contrary, it's, you know, it's just right-wing propaganda. But then if you say that, people say, oh, you must be a lefty. Well, no, I'm not. But, you know, that's what I mean. It's divisive. If you speak the truth on something like climate change, you get branded as something that you're not. Anyway, Irving. Tropical Cyclone Irving.
Now on the severe thunderstorm warnings for southeast Queensland and an update on the New South Wales thunderstorm warning. Now, the detailed warning has been reissued yet again. The area between Boonah and Bow Desert has been impacted by a large supercell thunderstorm, and we're continuing to see 3 different supercells here. There's one that's rolling over the Sunshine Coast hinterland now. That one's heading to the Kilcoy region. To the north of Marburg and the Gatton area, that's where we're seeing a particularly large one, over 40 kilometers in diameter, and a few smaller ones to the south over here. This one looks like it's going to be hitting that Bow Desert region just after 3 o'clock. Also Ipswich looking to be affected by about 3 o'clock or just afterwards as well by these storms. Now, they've been seen to produce some hail. Harrisville had hail 2 centimeters in diameter, and there are reports of hail in Toolgoolwa as well across southeast Queensland's Somerset region. A update on the New South Wales storm warning now extended eastwards to include the Grafton region. Those storms could contain heavy rainfall, damaging winds, and the presence of large hail. But the worst storms are definitely north of New South Wales and impacting southeast Queensland. Right now, those are the storms we just zoomed on in a second ago. Showers and thunderstorms look to continue to remain a risk this afternoon across this region, but they will abate overnight and into tomorrow. And also another storm warning has been issued for eastern parts of the top end for heavy rainfall as thunderstorms are moving across the Gulf country and the Gulf of Carpentaria and are imminently due on that eastern region of the top end. If you do require assistance due to storm damage, get in touch with the State Emergency Services for assistance at 132-500.